Don't continue conditioning your happiness. Happiness is a common pursuit in human life. It is something that we all seek in one way or another, but what does happiness really mean? Is it something that can be found in the external world, or is it something that resides within us? The Stoics believe that happiness is something that is found within ourselves and is not determined by external circumstances. Conditioning our happiness based on external factors is a problem that has existed for centuries. Instead of seeking happiness within ourselves, many people seek it in things that are outside of our control, such as money, fame, success, and the approval of others. This way of thinking can lead to disappointment, frustration, and unhappiness, as these external factors are always changing and are never truly guaranteed. The Stoics believe that true happiness resides within ourselves and is not determined by external factors. They believe that happiness is a choice and that we can find it at any moment, regardless of what is happening in our environment. The Stoic Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that it is not external events that determine our happiness, but how we choose to react to them. The Stoic Seneca also believed that happiness is a choice and is not determined by external factors. In his essay, On the Shortness of Life, he wrote, "Life is not short, we make it short." Seneca argued that life is actually very long, but that most people waste it by pursuing things that are not really important. He believed that happiness can be found at any moment if we choose to focus on what really matters in life, such as our relationships and experiences. Another famous Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, believed that happiness is something that is found within ourselves and is not determined by external factors. In his book, Meditations, he wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Marcus Aurelius believed that happiness is found in our thoughts and that we can find it at any moment if we choose to think positively and focus on what really matters. So if happiness is found within ourselves and is not determined by external factors, why do so many people continue to condition their happiness based on things that are outside of their control? In part, it may be because we live in a society that teaches us that success, money, and fame are the most important things in life. But it may also be because it is easier to blame external factors for our unhappiness instead of taking responsibility for our own emotions. Instead of seeking happiness in things that are outside of our control, the Stoics believed that we should focus on the things that we can control, our thoughts and actions. This means that we should be aware of our emotions and choose how to react to them instead of simply being carried away by them. It also means that we should focus on our actions and make sure that they are aligned with our values and principles. Another important aspect of Stoicism is the acceptance of reality. Stoics believed that we should accept what happens in our lives, even if it's not what we expected or desired. This does not mean resigning ourselves to unhappiness, but rather accepting that some things are beyond our control and focusing on what we can control. As Epictetus said, "Don't try to control what's outside your control. Instead, work on what you can control, your attitude, your thoughts, and your actions." The idea of accepting reality also relates to the impermanence of things. Stoics believe that everything in life is transient and that nothing lasts forever. This means that we should not cling to things or people, as they will eventually disappear. Instead, we should be grateful for what we have in the present moment and enjoy it while it lasts. As Ryan Holiday says in his book, The Daily Stoic, we tell ourselves, "When I graduate, I'll be happy. When I get promoted, when I see the results of my diet, when I have the money my parents never had." Psychologists call this conditional happiness. Like the horizon, you can walk miles and miles and never reach it, never even get close. Anticipating a future event eagerly, imagining something you want passionately, longing for a happy scenario. As enjoyable as these activities may seem, they spoil your chance to be happy here and now. Identify that desire for more, better, someday and consider it for what it is, the enemy of your satisfaction. Choose your side, your happiness or that. As Epictetus said, both options are not compatible. In summary, conditioning our happiness on external factors is a common problem in today's society. Stoics believed that happiness is found within ourselves and is not determined by external factors. They believed that happiness is a choice and that we can find it at any moment if we choose to focus on what really matters in life, such as our relationships and experiences. They also believed in accepting reality and focusing on the things we can control instead of worrying about things that are beyond our control. Ultimately, happiness is a choice and it's up to us to decide how we want to live our lives. As Marcus Aurelius said, happiness is an inner quality, not an external one. Therefore, it doesn't depend on what we have, but on who we are. If you could adopt a Stoic mindset and focus on what really matters in life, you can find the lasting happiness that we all seek. Thanks for watching, and remember, if this information is useful to you, consider subscribing to the channel and do not miss the weekly updates.